We're going to be talking about your internal bore project on the lathe for advanced machining. This will be your finished product. It'll be a step bore internal, and these are going to be the tools that you'll use. You'll have to figure out the respectable sizes and the types of boring bar that you'll need. This is a typical boring bar that has a carbide tip on it, which is here. Can be replaced into this one. These are two different size boring bars. These are high-speed steel with a carbide tip that has been brazed onto it. Then this is just a regular high-speed steel boring bar that you can sharpen. Then you'll need a center drill to put the first hole in the end of your round stock so that you can use your drill bit to drill the first diameter or close to the first diameter, whatever is big enough to get your respectable boring bar in through your first hole to start your internal boring. As you're setting up to start your internal bore project, please remember to use your center drill to get the center of your shaft before you start drilling with your drill. And remember also to use drill sizes that step up. Do one that's slightly smaller than what you're wanting to have your end result be, and then step up to a larger bit. And again, just a bit that is big enough to get your respectable boring bar into the hole so that you can make a precise cut and a precise measurement. So center drill first, then use your drill bit to get your first hole, and then start using your boring bar after that. Because this is going to be a step shaft, first hole, which will be the smallest diameter, and you're going to step out as you go. Alright, so we've started our machine. You don't want to go too fast when you're doing your center drill, and also be very light with your pressure because it is a very small, as you can see, a very small tip, a very small drill. So it gives you the ability to get very precise in your first cutting. So here we go. So we're running at about 460 RPMs. Remember to go nice and slow as you're doing your center drill. You just want to get yourself a hole that you can use to center up your drill bit so it doesn't wobble on you and you're very precise in your measurement and your machining. As you're starting your cut with your drill bit, please remember to add some cutting oil. And again, take it nice and slow. This won't be the same size drill bit you'll use for your project. This is just an example of how to start your internal bore and do drilling on a lathe. And there it is, just nice and easy. Make sure that your tailstock is locked down so it doesn't move back on you as you're putting pressure on the part. As you're setting up your boring bar, it's going to be the same idea. You want your boring bar to be either at center, which this is going to be your cutting edge right here, either at center or just below center to get an optimal cut. You also, if you have your tailstock and your center in your tailstock, you can use it just like you've done before to find the very center of your machine. You can come here, turn, and find the center with this edge, the center of your center on your tailstock. Turn your tool holder. After you've centered up or gone just below center with the edge of your cutting tool or your boring bar, you'll want to level it up like you've done with so many other tools. And on the boring bar, you want to have a level angle here with the front of your stock. So you see that we're at the same angle. Just butt up and use this to move your tool holder to move and get to this right angle of your part, and tighten down your tool holder, and you're ready to start doing internal boring. All right, we set up our boring bar, and we've got our hole drilled to the specific diameter to start that's big enough to get our boring bar in to start doing work. So now we're going to feed our boring bar in and start taking off material. This is Advanced Machine Shop, so you can use the power feeds. Make sure that you're not going too fast for the material that you're using and the type of bit you're using. And this is internal boring. It's not boring It's internal boring.